everybody, welcome to Fusion Chops, Ricardo's Fusion Secrets. And dude, Ricardo is on fire. So this is the secret sauce for Scott Henderson, evil pentatonic sound, tribal tech early days, the sound that we all really want in our blues. Here's the concept put really simply. You take a C minor pentatonic, we're just gonna play over a C minor backing track, and you just sharpen the 4th degree. So, if C minor pentatonic is root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, you just, every time you have a 4, you push it up to a sharp 4. You have this now. A great thing to do is to do that in every blues box, 2 notes per string. So try to keep in mind what intervals you're playing. So I'm gonna do the second blues box, right? This would normally be it in C. But I gotta have awareness of which intervals I'm playing because I'm sharpening the 4th. So here's the flat 3, 4 gets raised by a half step. Here's my 5th, flat 7, root, flat 3, and here's the 4th again, sharpened. If I go to my next box right here, normally it would be this. And now I'm going to have this sound. You can hear how great that sounds, right? Just on its own. That's only part 1 of what we're gonna do, but let's keep going. Here's that 4th pentatonic box. It's gonna start 5, flat 7, root, flat 3. Now we're gonna sharpen the 4. And here's that last pentatonic box right here. We have... Now there's a lot of stuff you can do with articulation with bends. Bending that sharp 4 to the 5 is a great sound. Here's where it gets super interesting. If I take a look at C symmetric diminished, half whole. And I look at the notes of C minor pentatonic. I do have the root, I have the flatted 3rd, I don't have the 4th, I have the 5th, and I have the flatted 7th. But I'm eliminating the 4th in that scale. I'm using a sharp 4 instead. So all 5 of those notes are a subset of C half whole diminished. So I have these 5 notes in this 8 note scale. Now, the thing that gives me is the ability to transpose that scale in minor thirds. So I have C, let's call it pentatonic sharp 4. I have A pentatonic sharp 4. F sharp pentatonic sharp 4. E flat pentatonic sharp 4. A lot of the game you see Scott Henderson do is just move it around. So let's take a simple figure that's repetitive, first of all in C. And just move it to all the other neighboring parallel pentatonics that share the diminished. So I have... It's a great sound. Now when you're trying to phrase melodically, they all behave a little bit differently. You gotta really categorize them into the sounds that they give you. So the first one, that C minor pentatonic, is sort of, I think about it like a play on minor pentatonic. It sounds pretty similar. A little bit more evil, but shares a lot of qualities with it. That A one, the one that's a minor 3rd down, is a lot like major pentatonic with a twist. one built off the tritone F sharp minor pentatonic sounds pretty outside. So that one is really nice to balance with that C minor pentatonic, to sort of play an in-out game. So here's F sharp, let's call it pentatonic sharp 4. I'm just resolving it to C minor pentatonic in this box, or I can resolve it to C minor pentatonic sharp 4, right? A cool thing to do that Ricardo showed us is to resolve it to a trill. Another cool thing is to bend from that F sharp minor pentatonic, from the note F sharp up to the 5th of C. Really nice sound. Last box is when I go a flatted third up from C to that E flat. Now, one note here that's a little bit not so great to land on would be that D flat, which is the flat 9 of C. But if you keep it in motion, it's no problem. And the great thing about this one is that you can really do a lot of cool stuff by banding its sharp 4 into its 5th. Which is the 6th to the flat 7 of C. It's a super powerful tool, and it's fusion in a box. Let's check out a few examples of each of these over the track. Follow the links below to check out Ricardo Soriso's Instagram. He's the man that's given us all this material to translate from Portuguese to English. And man, he figured out some cool ass shit, didn't he? So yeah, big shout out to him. Also, go to our Patreon. There's transcriptions there. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow for more content.